Hey, everybody. Welcome up to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show with Dave Juskow. Sans Dave Juskow. How are everyone going? No one's in the chat yet, so it's just going to be me. Oh, 4 people. Okay, how's it going? Dave couldn't be here. He's relaxing Juskow style. So it's just me and my dog. She's in the other room chewing on something. I heard it very loudly, so hopefully it's not a cord. But uh, but yeah, thanks for coming in. The Comedy Cellar is open 7 days a week. We have all kinds of awesome shows. Here's the thing: I don't take advantage of. Take advantage of the Fat Black Pussycat shows. You get to see hours run by people as they get their specials ready. Keith Robinson, Bobby Kelly, everybody out there doing those 1 hour thing. Colin Quinn's out there a lot. Almost every Monday when he's in town. Just take advantage of those shows. They are amazing. Aunt Judy's here early for me, which is great. Thank you, Aunt Judy. Glad you could make it. Uh, glad your wedding anniversary was the same day as my the day after my birthday. So congratulations to you. So hope it went well. My birthday was great, anonymous. My mom made a cake before I left for Tampa. So I don't know if anyone saw it, but it was uh, not filled with lasagna. It was just made with cake, but it was great. She found a a pan at a secondhand store and made it herself. So there she goes. And we ate about half of it and had to throw the rest away because it was too much cake. I can't eat that much cake anymore. So yeah, she's very nice. My mom's very nice. Now, all right. So that's another story, though. It was great. Tampa was great. I got to be at the Improv with Big J Okerson. Great shows all weekend in Ybor City. Ybor City is a weird situation. Uh, it's basically like 6th Street on one side, and then it's just like a trolley, and then a goth club on the other side from where we were at. So on one side is a horror parade, on the other side is a funeral procession. So very interesting. A lot of people in half shirts and ass shorts that you don't really want to see in that, but you know what? Body positivity. So I was one of them, and it was a good time. Great night of shows. Great 2 nights of shows. Went to the aquarium on Sunday and with Dave's friend Cammy, and it was a good time. Tammy took me out there. We went to go on a dolphin cruise, which we saw no dolphins. So, but I did take a nice nap in the sun, which was cool. And then a small child uh, started leaning on me, which was weird. And then it rained. And then I went to the airport and came back home. So here we are. So, guys, how was y'all's weekends? What do you guys think Dave should be doing right now? Cool. All right. This is not. That's all that's been going on with me, guys. I mean, I've just been trying to keep busy. Um, get back to the city next week and get back to the cellar and things like that. So, um, Marcy has a wine glass. Every day is a weekend to you guys. That's true, Judy. So, all right. Well, it's 10 of us here. I don't have any stories, but and I did have a guest that was supposed to be with us, but they had to cancel. So let's so it's already going great. Uh anyway, let's go on to some slides, which is what I got going on. Uh New pictures from the James Webb Telescope. Uh that's not what it looks like apparently. It's just the added color, which you can make anything awesome if you just color it yourself. So good for them. Good for to have those auras on there. I I'm not impressed. It's like I already knew Jupiter was big and bright. What do you guys think? Great. Oh, Dave took the night off. He wanted the week off, so I had to fill in. And yeah, so no Dave this week. But he'll be back next week as we get the football stuff going on as well. We're making some picks and things like that. We'll also have our I believe our guest Nick Griffin, and we'll be not in studio yet, but we will be in studio the week after that. So Anonymous, we voted Dave off the show. Not yet. So Dave is doing great, although he did make fun of my dog last week. So I think my dog is fine. So the tribe spoke. Okay. I'll just keep going. This also happened last week. Apparently, they're doing the Burling pedal games again, which is basically people doing stupid things on bikes. This seems like it's way less fun to watch than this picture would show. I'm sure this picture makes it look fun. I see it's a lot more slow going in person, and people falling off before they actually hit each other with the actual punching bag jousts. So that's in Europe. We don't do something cool like that anymore. Everyone sues everybody. Oh, you did sign up for the pool, Aunt Judy. Awesome. Yeah, Dave has his football pool. It's a fun group of people in there. A lot of people just coming back in there. So good times. I also saw this with Albert, the Super Bowl, apparently wandering around the Iowa State Fair. And if you're wondering why he's called the Super Bowl, one reason, because he weighs 3,000 pounds, and the other being that. So I won't extrapolate, but he's a Super Bowl, guys. And that's all it takes to be famous in the bull community nowadays. So also, this eagle is not in jail. He's being transported to put on shows for everybody. So he has to go through TSA every week. And it doesn't look like America, but it says to keep him safe, apparently. But it's a great photo. The other thing that had on, we had the death cage rolling around. Apparently, this is a Serbian death cage where people get into motorcycles and just go in circles. And if it seems like it doesn't seem so bad, that's what it looks like from the outside. So it looks like a tetanus shot waiting to happen. And then we have the inside where it's just a bunch of rickety boards. And then there's the audience right there. So if anything goes wrong, everyone can get hurt. We all get to take part. So that's great. Yeah. Well, that poor eagle, he gets to go do fun stuff, Aaron. Tell him football is stupid and baseball is the best. I have never been to a professional baseball game, so I could not comment on that. So let's see, Marcy, everybody. I can't watch everything at once, unfortunately. As I'm usually just watching the chat and listening to Dave, and now I have to be the one on camera, which is not my favorite thing when I'm by myself like this. So, what's happening in the chat? Nope. All right. Well, let's just keep going then. Let's see. I did get to download Robert Kelly's movie. Well, not even his movie, but he's my friend who's in the movie. Joe List and Louis' movie, 4th of July. You can get it on Louis' website right now. Bobby Kelly is great in it. He's not in it a whole lot, but his performances are amazing. It was really nice seeing Tom Segura and speak so highly of it on his podcast. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's only $15 or might be playing somewhere in your area. But it's a great movie. Joe List's first movie. Awesome job that he did. Let's see. Let's go back onto this. This is a picture of a goat for the chat. I didn't want to pick any animals, anything that was too jarring for people, because I don't want to be like Elon, where everyone picked pictures of animals that people hated. So this is a nice picture of a goat that I'm pretty sure just knocked the cameraman over, but who cares? All right. This is a picture of another contest in Malta with the grease pole, where they got to climb down the grease pole and get the flag. That seems the kind of thing Dave would have wanted on here. And it seems like he's having a good time going up the pole, but he is falling to a painful defeat. But he looks like he's having a good time. Malta is also where they filmed the movie Popeye. You can still go apparently see the old village there from that Altman movie. And there you go. Anything else in the chat? That is a goat, like I said. So I still have not seen Vengeance, Marcy. It's been a month since you've asked me, and I still have not had a chance to go see it. But once it is streaming, I swear I will watch it immediately. Serena Williams is a goat. I do not have any pictures of her on here, but you're right. Also, big in news last week was what I thought the best service animal I've seen in a while. Wally the gator, which is a great name for an alligator, honestly. So he was seen being walked around Pennsylvania, and this is this guy's alligator, which he apparently sleeps next to every night. I've never seen an alligator look adorable before. It doesn't seem like there could be any problems that could happen with that. Just having an alligator sleep next to you in bed. This guy's done it for so long. I just don't want to see that become a thing. I'm glad he's happy with it. I just don't want to see other service reptiles, especially when they try to get onto a plane. So, if this were next to you in the park, what would you guys do? I personally would try to pet it, but I mean, if you have your other animals there, you got to keep your animals away from their animal. I mean, it's a service crocodile. It's still a crocodile or an alligator. It's still going to want to put something in there and chase small animals, but to each their own. I'm not the one trying to. Yeah, is your gator friendly? I think that's something that's said in Florida all the time. So I think it's just weird that this was in Pennsylvania. Hey, Elizabeth, how's it going? So, let's see. Trying to just keep things going. This was at the military tattoo in Edinburgh, which I was not aware of. This is like a military concert thing where people dress up. This was based on the Duke of Edinburgh looking at monarch butterflies, which great costume. I thought it was from a Mexican wedding, but I was wrong. So there we are. The these were going to go a lot slower when there was someone here with me talking about them. Anyway. You'd ask for a smoke. Okay. Good, Elizabeth. You guys have any questions for me? I know that a lot of you guys are our regulars, and you ask me questions throughout the chat of things you want to know about me, and I can kind of answer in quick sentences, and I do my best. But a lot of you, no, no, they were dead, Aaron. So that's why I was going to do this. Oh, don't be nervous. I'm not nervous because I'm by myself. Usually halfway through the show, I go to the bathroom while Dave talks, and I can't do that this time. Yes, Elizabeth. Currently, I'm in Texas. It is hot, but not as hot as it's been. It's getting better. I'm in San Antonio right now. There is nothing really going on this week in Texas. I think kids are going back to school, which does not affect me, luckily. Then I go back to New York next week, where it's already cooling off again, which is great. And I'll have to use my air conditioner up there. I haven't got it from him yet. He hasn't seen me, but he should get my birthday dinner next week sometime when we see each other again. So that'll be a good time. Yeah, he's not going to renege on that. And that'll be cool. We also have coming up, we're going to do the root beer episode. So that's going to be coming up in the next month as well on this. So as we go back to studio, I have a lot more guests. So I have a lot more fun on there. Where am I going? I don't have a lot of shows coming up right now. Right now, the only show I have is Point Pleasant at Uncle Vinny's with Giannis on the 9th and 10th. And then maybe some stuff around the city. And later on in the year, I don't think I really have anything until like November, December. It's on the books officially. When do you get reunited in person with Bobby Kelly? With Bobby Kelly, hopefully next week. He will be back from the tiny house. We'll be back in studio. We can all see Bobby again. If you guys don't know, Bobby Kelly from the YKWd podcast, hilarious comedian. He's been on uh, on vacation in New Hampshire in his tiny home, uh, which is like it sounds, small version of a house. It's really nice. He has his own little property of land. He's by a lake. And he's been gone since May. We haven't seen him in person. I saw him briefly in Florida. We did a show out there at Bassani's, but past that, he's been like no one's really seen him. So, and he's lost so much weight. It's going to be great to see him in person and see how well he's doing. He's got me eating better. He's holding me accountable for everything I put into my body. So that is great. So that is something I can't wait to do. Where am I in November and December? I will be part of it. I'll be in New York. Part of it will be in Texas, and maybe some road dates on the weekends. What are you asking me for, Anonymous? Do you have ulterior motives? Are you trying to get me to go somewhere? And Catalina, I'm glad you're back. We're glad you're fine. That's good to see here. Hopefully, school's doing well as well for you. We did all miss you, Catalina. You're the best. So, am I going to Skankfest? Maybe. Bobby said I am, but I'm still not. Haven't got an offer from them yet, so we'll see. I'd love to. It'd be great to go to that. I had a lot of fun last year and the year before, and it should be a good time. But it'll be an awesome lineup, with or without me. So a lot of cool things to do in Vegas. I'm not really a Vegas person overall. I'm not out there like partying until 4 a.m. or anything like that. I really would probably be the guy going back to bed kind of after the shows. I don't want to be out in the strip all night. I'm not going to be gambling or anything like that. So we'll see what happens. Although I would like to see like the fake Beatles or something like that. Let's see. Oh, you told your cat about us. That's awesome. Yes, we saw your dog pics. We're going to show them next week when Dave's back. So we can all share them together. I haven't been to Vegas for a long time. Like the first time I went to Vegas was in like 2004, 2005, and it was for like a work convention thing, and we went 2 days early, and so we stayed on the old strip, and as we went to the new strip, we got onto a bus. It was me and my friend Rob, and this dude just walked over to us, and he literally said the words, "Hey, y'all from around here," in that voice, which being like naive and not been to Vegas before, like I was raised right, so I just tried to ignore him. And Rob, for some reason, just started to engage him, just talking to him like, "No, we're not from around here. Tell us about this." Eddie. Like he's not working for them. He's not gonna. We didn't win the stranger lottery here. He's just gonna ask for money, and he did ask for money. He did tell us how great Las Vegas used to be before Mexican invaded. But me and Rob uh, continued to be Mexican, and that was awkward. So we tried to pretend we were Filipino. It didn't work. Uh, but we did, oddly enough, like we realized we kind of like were holding hands after a while because we were both scared in the same way. Like we were two grown men who started just using the buddy system out of nowhere. Uh, and then we got off the bus, and as we got off the bus, a man started punching the front of the bus, and the bus couldn't go anywhere. And then another fight happened on the side of the bus, where a guy was getting knocked into the bus over, like his head. So it was an interesting first day. Probably less fights at Skankfest, I'm going to say though. You want to go with your Billy Joel besties? I've never been to a Billy Joel concert. I haven't done anything in New York, honestly. I've done very little. I've been by the Empire State Building. I've been in a boat that went by the Statue of Liberty, but I haven't really done any really New York stuff. So, Marcy, yes, she is closer to New York than Catalina. She's on another hemisphere. What? What do you mean, Marcy? What is your what for? Where's the best smokehouse in Austin? People are always going to say Franklin's. I think that one is really good. You can go to Terry Black's and have good barbecue, but Franklin is probably the best one overall. It's easiest to get to. In around Austin, I think 3M is probably better. It's hours are weird now ever since pandemic, but you can get great barbecue um, pretty easily. The best, it's like you're gonna have to wait in line more than likely. You're gonna have to wait like 2 hours and get there early. Um, you bring a cooler and a lawn chair type of situation. So, but yeah, you can get really, really, really good barbecue and wait, or you can get really good barbecue and not wait that long at all. So just depends which day you go to. If you're gonna go on a Saturday in the afternoon, you're waiting all day. You're not getting nothing. They're gonna run out of stuff really quickly. If you go on a Thursday morning, it's not so bad. So, Elizabeth, why does New York City scare you? It did scare a lot of those immigrants that were forced on the bus because I don't know. We Here's something that was weird. That story was a big deal in New York that Greg Abbott sent all those immigrants to New York without telling them. And when I came down here, nobody knew about it. So did not make the news cycle down here, which I thought was interesting. But a lot of them were just getting off because they were scared of New York on the way up. So a lot of them just got spread throughout the country. Hopefully they're okay, but they were afraid of New York City. And yeah, you don't have to really be scared of it. It's really not that bad in terms of cities. I would be way more scared to go to Detroit or parts of Houston than New York in general. So, but that's just me. Who's not a concert person? No, I've just never had the opportunity to go to Billy Joel. That's all. I would. I don't go to a lot of concerts, but there's people I would want to see. I would want to see that Billy Joel residency. It sounds like it's really fun. Um, it just depends where though. Sometimes concerts just seem like concerts in New York are easier to go to because you can just take the train to them. Out here, it's like you got to go like you can't really Uber or park. It's ridiculous. It takes forever to do anything. The city, it's great. You just walk over and you walk out. That's what I would really prefer. Crime is much worse here since COVID. Overall, yeah, but I don't know. It's it used to be way worse before that, but it's worse everywhere. So, have you ever seen pro sports in New York? I have not. Um, Before pandemic, I was planning on going to some stuff, and then pandemic happened, and I never got a chance to. So, I really want to go see a Yankees game, even though Dave keeps telling me I need to go to a Mets game first. I'll go to either. I just want to go to one of the games. Um, the only pro sports baseball game I've ever been to was the Astros at the Astro Dome when I was a teenager. So that's been forever. So, but yeah, San Antonio, Texas is where I'm at. Um, and then Austin is what he was talking about for Smokehouse. So everything around there. I was at my dad's. Okay, okay. What do you listen to, Mike? Your favorite band? Um, the I always have a hard time with that one for some reason, because I listen to way more comedy than I do music usually. But uh, let me get back to that one to say favorite, because it uh it it used to be like the Smiths until I got divorced. Now I don't really like that anymore. So so it's weird. Um, but I growing up in high school, I listened to a lot of like REM, Weezer, and stuff like that. And then as I got older, I listened more like Johnny Cash and things of that nature. So I've been all over the place with music. Um, and in my mid 20s, I was only listening to like old country music. So it just depends what gets me, what I end up getting into. Um, so I don't listen to a lot of rap, but I do listen to a lot of like other stuff. I listen to a lot of like alternative, some Brit pop. Uh, for a while, I listened to like Japanese pop, not like the anime music, but like uh stuff that didn't have cartoons on it, I guess. So I don't know, it's been a lot. REM is your favorite band, and Weezer on the show. That would be awesome to go to Weezer on Broadway. So, Anonymous. I hope you're not just saying that, Anonymous. That's awesome. Hot takes on music like Dave. I don't have crazy hot takes on music, unfortunately. Let's see. I what's his face? um let's see. REM at MSG and Six Mike. Oh, that's awesome. I saw REM with Natalie Merchant outside Austin when I was 16. That was pretty fun. So don't let Jess go. No, that Anonymous. Oh yeah, she's not afraid of Jess Cow. She'll take him on. She doesn't care. Anonymous doesn't care what Jess Cow thinks. Let's see. This gold ruin everything. It's gonna take some time. Oh, that is a good quote. So, uh, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been to a lot of concerts. I do see. I like when people go to concerts and I get to hear about them. I mean, everyone went to that Rage Against the Machine concert. All the other comedians did. I thought that was fun. A lot of times it's just been my schedule, or not having money to go to concerts. So, let's see. I think we all want to talk about the elephant in the room. Mike, how do you feel about Woody Allen? Um, I thought I knew how I felt, and then I heard like Kurt Metzger give some information. I don't know how reliable an narrator he is. So I think in all of the situations, we don't know exactly what happened. I think he is probably kind of a creep, but I don't know if he did all the things he was accused of. So, but I mean, I wouldn't want to be in a picture with him right now. So, uh, I'm aware of how it makes people feel. But I don't know. I couldn't say that I hate him or I wouldn't watch his movies again. Any other people that you want me to? Which is funny because I'll say way worse things about people I actually know. Anna Lambert, but still, first time in concert. First concert. Oh, that's awesome, Elizabeth. That's one I can never go to now. So let's see. Anonymous. She saw Tom Petty and the Heartbreak 3 times. Anonymous, you've been to a lot of concerts. That's cool. I mean, there's Queen and Adam Lambert, but still. Oh, that's still cool. All right. 1981. 1981. Wow. That's right, Catalina. This is just Ask Mike Anything at this point, because we didn't. Our guest didn't couldn't make it after all. They had a good reason. I'm not gonna out them for not being able to make it out. So, I mean, I'm 44, so but yeah, it's not so big a deal anymore. Um, I've had a long day too, Catalina. I didn't know I was have to carry the show like I am today. So if I seem a little out of it, that is probably why I'm not in full performance mode. I'm still in like producer mode. So here we are. 54. That's not so bad, Elizabeth. You're making it sound like something else is happening. Looking forward to football season. I look forward to it for like other reasons, not because I really care about the game so much. I like the football pool. So I like everybody going back and forth. Kind of like the trash talking. I like the competitiveness of that, but I don't really care about the actual games per se. So, have I always loved comedy? I kind of have actually. I grew up watching shows like Even at the Improv, like Caroline's Comedy Hour, and stuff like that. Um, like I still remember. I remember watching Rich Voss when he had the like the Jerry curl and stuff. So I remember those sets. I remember seeing like Keith on there on Apollo. I remember seeing a lot of these people like Robert Schimmel on those shows before they were anybody, when everyone just had like those 10 minutes. Let's see, what's my favorite sport? My favorite sport probably end up having to be basketball, just because I've seen that more here in San Antonio. Um, But why did I fall in love with the comedy? Just the way it made me feel, I guess, because like I would a lot of afternoons, like when during the summer, my dad would be at work, so we'd just be at home. Like we'd have 2 weeks with my dad, and he'd have to work for them. So in the afternoon, we'd just be watching TV at my grandma's house, and that's what I'd be watching usually, is that kind of stuff. So my favorite comedians, if I go my top five, it's going to be uh, Patrice, Louis, Geraldo. Uh, let me see. Uh, Burn a tell for right. That's probably what I would say right now. But I really like Shane Gillis coming up right now. Shane Gillis and Nick Mullen are two comedians that like you can really see are different than everybody else right now. That's what I really appreciate about them. Um, if you haven't seen it, go watch Mullen's clip about FOMO. Like that's one of the best clips I've seen out there. And that is like an annoying thing that has happened. And I'm not the first person to bring this up, but seeing everyone's clips that are just bad crowd work, um, it's like I don't think people realize what these clips are supposed to be for anymore. They're not just supposed to be like for likes or whatever like that. It's like now your clips are what would have been your 5 minute Conan spot. So you can put a joke out there that you would have burned for Conan. Now you're just burning it for your own social media. And if you don't have the joke to burn, maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe you're putting yourself ahead of where you're at. So having you can have a million followers and be a terrible comedian, and it's just going to fall apart and 2 months after. Like we don't really care. No one wants to see your stupid clip of where are you from. No, you have to tell me. It's like that's not a joke. Just do your stupid act. Be funny. All right. Not everyone has to have a million clips that every week. So, and if you think we're talking about you, we're probably not, but you're gonna think it is anyway because every comic we're talking about them. But have I read Ronnie's book? No, I haven't. But if I get a free copy of it, I will. But I've heard it's great. So yes, I remember the half hour comedy hour. That was awesome. I can't remember anyone in particular I saw in there, but I remember. Here's what I remember about all those shows. There'd be one really funny comedian, and then two that were terrible. So every half hour comedy show had three segments about. Two of them were garbage, and one of them was always great. So favorite comedian Biden. I mean, yeah, a lot of great material out there. So Eric does great clips. Yes, not everyone who does crowd work is bad at it. There's a lot of great crowd work clips out there. Unfortunately, because of all the good ones, there's a lot of terrible ones out there too now. So, like I said, maybe you don't have to have a clip that day if all you can have is your clip at an open mic or at a terrible Brooklyn show no one's at. So, I saw Louis at MSG and I went to Billboard for my birthday, and I also saw him in Vegas. I saw Attell at the Patrice benefit and the 9/11 benefit. That's awesome. Yeah, Patrice and Geraldo were amazing. So not really going on a limb saying that, but yes, those are great. Uh, yeah, Nick McIntosh is great too. There's a lot of like great comics right now coming up that are really fun to watch. So uh, Macintosh is fun to watch. I'm trying to think of some other people. Like I like watching Metzger still. But sometimes he can be a little like crazy off mic. He's still amazing on stage. He's still really fun to watch. Big J, Bobby, of course, they're great. I like Paul Verzi special on Netflix right now that just came out. I haven't seen Tim Dillon's new one yet, um, but I heard that's also really good. Yeah, Tim Dillon. Tim Dillon is just fun to listen to as a person. So he doesn't have to be doing stand up. He's just fun to just hear talk about his opinions on ice cream. So Aunt Judy is the coolest. Yes, thank you, Aunt Judy. So, uh, Aunt Judy, when did Dave want to start being a comedian? Yeah, the gift of death. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's still not a bad price. I've heard Taylor Thompson's really good. I've seen part of her special and I liked it. I just haven't seen all of it. So, good question. Oh, what made Dave want to be a comedian, Aunt Judy? He always was. He just wasn't getting paid for it. Oh, that's great. Let's see. While we're doing that, that's what I was waiting for too, Brian. Oh, but then Aunt Judy brought it to us. So that was fun. So also last week, the London Zoo did their annual weigh-in. Uh, they had this guy was filming was weighing the camels. I don't feel good for the guy who had to weigh the crocodiles, but they probably got Wally's guy to do that one. So that's great, Catalina Judy. Don't tell Dave I laughed at him. We won't. Probably shouldn't have put that up there then. I don't know if Dave will watch this one. So that's what I get for laughing at Dave. All right. Any other questions, guys? Give it a second for that. He won't. He probably won't. You're right. Let's see. Brand. This is a photo from a tomato spill over in California. Basically, that's all tomato sauce. It's not going to make it to market. They had to close the whole highway just because of a tomato spill. So that's why you were late to work that week. Let's see what happened. Oh, thanks. Dave is a natural comedian. I think just going to be an actor, not necessarily a comedian. We'll see. Hey, yeah, Kimmy. She took me to the aquarium in Tampa. We got to see a bunch of. You get to touch jellyfish there, which I think is weird. We didn't do it because the line was too long, and I don't know. That just seemed weird putting your hand in everyone else's water like that. It was like I think kind of gross after seeing the line. I did want to get my picture taken with the guy in the turtle outfit, but all the kids were in line, so I didn't want to do that. But it was fun. I like going to aquariums and zoos. Actually, that is something I enjoy doing. We got to see the raptors, which were just two birds flying through people's arms. That was fun. And if you go in the afternoon, you see owls apparently, but we had to leave before then. Uh, I think it's interesting that they do like you have to pay extra to go on this dolphin cruise. That's what we did, and you don't see anything. You just drive through people's backyards, basically, uh, hoping you might see animals. That's really it. They don't go anywhere where they feel animals might be. They just might randomly be there. So that was it. Other aquariums. I've been to the one in Corpus. I've been to the one in San Diego. I've been to a lot of zoos though. When I would go on the road a lot before, when I had to drive myself, I would just go to whatever zoo is in that city. So I've been to probably like 2 dozen zoos around the country, but not to the ones in New York actually. But again, oh that's right. I still have my wristband on. We're gonna get that wristband tan. Mine didn't give me a suntan, but I still got it on there. Maybe you kind of did. Let's see. Oh well. The one in San Diego is awesome. I think that one's probably the best one in probably in the country that I know of. But that was amazing. It was uh, all the exhibits were great. All the lighting was great. The path you take to see everything was great. So that was awesome. If I had to go to one, that's what I would pick. Uh, Same thing with their zoo. Their zoo is also my favorite zoo. Have I ever seen Christina Gals? No, where's she out of? I have not seen her, but I would like to if she's good. So, also anonymous, you wanted to take me to go see Lion King. Just let me know when. I'll be happy to go see that with you. I just cooked. What the heck? Oh, TV dinner. I understand what you're saying now. Sorry. That was 2 parts. Let's see. Vancouver, Charleston. Oh, wow. I've never been to those cities. Actually, I've been to Baltimore, but it's not for very long. Monterey. What brought you to Monterey, Anonymous? So wholesome. No, I didn't. I mean, I just really can't swear right here. So, I don't want to get the channel a strike by accident. So, oh, cool. All right. They probably knew about her in the Tampa thing. Then I'll ask them about there too. Um, let's see. Catalina would love to cook dinner for you, Aunt Judy. Catalina, I think if we ever all do a chat meetup, that's what we do. We all cook dinner for Aunt Judy. So Monterey was just so fun. Monterey was fun. Okay. I've never been that far into Mexico, so there you are. Let's see. One other thing I guess I should mention. Uh, I am domestically disabled as well. But you're always on the move. Oh, Monterey, California. I assume you meant Monterey, Mexico. Okay, yeah, that makes that. Yeah, that I've probably been through at some point. That seems a little safer. Okay. Biodome recently redone. Montreal. Wow. One thing I should mention, I am part of two other shows, uh, along with Bobby Kelly's YKWd. We do Captain Kelly every Monday with Bobby Kelly and Mike Calta from the Tampa area. It's a really fun show. If you like, a lot of people in this chat sometimes are from there, like Scruffy. You can ask him about it. Uh, and I also do this show. It's audio only called Retrospective Promenade with two friends from Texas, Alex Hansel and our friend Aubrey, where we just talk about movies from different generations. So basically, I'm the old guy. She's 25 and Alex is in his 30s. And we explain why we like certain movies at different times. And it's half of them are pretty good, and half of them we don't know what we're talking about. But we're still figuring it out. But I would go watch the Willow episode whenever you get your podcast. That one's pretty fun. So let's see. I mean, I'm 44 and they're younger than me, so I'm the older guy. I'm also the only one in that group who's seen movies that are from the 70s. All of them, like, I don't watch anything earlier in the 90s. Like, to them, Tango and Cash was an old movie. So yeah, I was the old guy. All the movies that me and Dave talk about, they had never heard of. So, well, yeah, that's the other stuff I have going on. Um, Past that, what? You're exclusive? You're the only one I talk to in the chat like this. This is the only show I guest host, that's for sure. Um, yeah, usually I'm just in the background. Go to Chile. Yeah, Catalina, if we were to go to Chile, where should we go? I'm not sure how that would go. Is that because that's because of why exactly? Oh, that's kind of a joke. Um, Mike Calta went on vacation to Italy, and he was supposed to weigh himself before and after. And if he gained weight, he was going to have to owe me $500 for every 5 pounds he gained. And he never weighed himself when he came back. So that's just the running joke right now. So I didn't have to lose any weight. He had to. But Bobby is making me not eat like garbage now, so which is good. So he went all over the place. He went to Rome and a couple other places, and then he went to Spain from there, and Greece. So he did a whole European vacation for like a week. Bobby was in, I want to say, Rome for a couple of days when he was on tour with Louis. Patagonia. That's where we should go if we ever go to Chile. Technically he probably does, but we haven't weighed him, so we can't tell for sure. Exactly. That's why I took the bet, Anonymous. Okay, so you'd have to take us there, Catalina, and be our guide. So when the chat all goes to Chile, when the chat goes to Chile, which is my favorite 80s ABC after school special, we will all do that. So because of animals or because of other stuff? Oh, sweet. She'll take us out there. That'd be amazing, Catalina. Well, Anonymous will be there, but probably wearing some kind of mask, so we can't tell who she is. Let's see. Let's see this. Hey guys, 6:15. I remember there was still a show. Well, halfway through this one, I remember too. So, I gained weight at the Olive Garden. No chance in Italy. Actually, the food in Italy, apparently, they were telling me that it's just made better, so you don't eat as badly. It's not the same kind of thing. Oh, that sounds awesome, Anonymous. Those are all places I would love to go. The locals are sweet, or or they'll ah, you're in between. So you'll either mug us or be sweet. I just caught up, by the way, per the Rupert show. Should have been some Moxie. Hopefully, I don't know what he's going to pick for that. He has a bunch of stuff he has already pre-picked, but I'm sure uh, if he can get it, he'd love to try other stuff like that too. But we're going to do that in studio all together with a couple of guests. We'll be doing that root beer tasting. That'll be fun. Ever go to Positano? I don't. I've never even heard of that place. Ah, Catalina will be sweet to us. Oh, that sounds crazy. That's where we should all go. We'll all make plans to go at the end of October 2024. So Halloween in Chile 2024, guys. It's all put on our calendars. Dave's not invited to Chile. That's hilarious. He can plan every second of the trip and be quiet. uh Sweet. That sounds like a fun time. Any other questions, you guys? Other than now, we're all gonna go to Chile. We're all gonna hang out with Catalina to show this around. Um, where to go, how to avoid how to avoid being mugged. She's gonna be this one lady in front of all of us, and there's like 10 of us, and she got to protect us all. All right. I guess we're all gonna have bunk beds or some nonsense, or we're gonna sleep on a boat. How's that gonna work, Catalina? Let us know. That would be tragic. Who's gonna lead us around and not get us mugged? What does that mean exactly? Steak places? Meanwhile, Anonymous and Aunt Judy are about to plan their vacation over to southern Italy. They're gonna have their own little Meryl Streep movie out there. That's gonna be awesome. We missed you too, Catalina. That'd be fun. Well, this is the first time we've planned a vacation as a group. So, well, I wouldn't say planned, but made plans to plan. We got 2 years to get this going, so we got plenty of time to save up. Okay, like what kind of food would they have there, Catalina? I'm assuming some kind of corn. I'm adventurous, but I know some people don't want to eat certain things. I know some people wouldn't want to eat uh, guinea pig or things like that. So. All right, that means you're in charge now, Anonymous. You got to keep us in line. We can all do it. I knew it'd be some kind of corn. Awesome. I'm pretty adventurous. I'll do whatever. You tell me it's okay to eat, Catalina, I'll try it. One of my favorite foods, my overall favorite food is probably sushi, but after that, Italian. So I would say, like my favorite. This is gonna be so silly having that Garfield cake earlier, but lasagna I think is my favorite food overall growing up. So yeah, that's what I like the most. Empanadas are also amazing, but they're such a general thing because anything can go in an empanada. But I think empanada is one of my favorite handfelt. I would put an empanada in front of a taco in terms of handheld foods. So that's my hot take. You guys are waiting for a hot take from Suarez. That's my hot take. Empanadas better than tacos. And that's Aunt Judy's favorite handheld food. Jack Daniels. Oh yeah, Humitas. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've never had it though. Let me just pull one up while you guys are talking more about. Yeah, it looks a lot like a. What's the difference between that and a? I can't even tell what the difference between that would be between a and tamale and that thing because they look the exact same and they're both made out of steamed corn. Let's see. So I don't know. Maybe it's because the leaf is green instead of dried out. So, but yeah, there they are. They're basically the same. So we learned a lot today. Ah, that's good to hear it, Judy. That's senior discount plus it's on sale on your marijuana. Let's see. There's an awesome new taco place called Best Margarita on Grub Street. Okay. Well, that's a place will need to try out. York and 86th. That's not too far from me, so that'd be easy to get to with tomato and salt. Mike, one of my favorite restaurants in New York. Um, man, that's gonna be weird because I I haven't been besides the Olive Tree. I haven't been to any place more than once. So, uh, yeah, that would probably be my answer right now, just because I haven't done a lot like that. So it's weird for me in New York because I haven't had a lot of money since I've been up there. So usually I end up eating where uh, everyone just kind of ends up. So it's not the best question for me. Especially having like the house here in Texas to take care of. So that's why it's been kind of weird going back and forth. And that's the main reason why I haven't done a lot up in New York. I'm just mainly there for work. So they have bacon tacos. Nice. Let's see. I mean, I'm trying to. That's how I get by. Yeah, Gabriel, you gonna come with us to see the eclipse on Halloween on 2024? I just have the house here. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know about ever. I don't know what that means by ever leaving. Like I'm spinning both places. I mean, see where my life goes. I don't know. This is where my dog lives right now. So this is what. So she has a yard that she can run around in. Well, we can see what happens after. You know, if something better comes along. Everyone's invited except Dave. So, but yeah, I don't know. It just depends where things go. I enjoy being able to have uh, a bigger place to come to when the city gets a little tiring. And then I also have work down here for like comedy and stuff. So being able to stay somewhere regularly also helps. So dog equals home. That's true. But what if I end up having a dog up there too? Oh, Sansa's fine. She's running around back here chasing them. There's a fly in the house and she just keeps chasing it. So that's keeping her busy. Just cow in Chile. Yeah, it's one season of Just Cow in Chile. Oh yeah, she's good. She never does anything destructive, so she's fine. She's been a good girl. I don't think I've had to get after her for anything in quite a while. So, I mean, one time she borrowed money without asking, but she paid it back. You would have a heart attack his first day in Chile. Oh, everyone was always late. Yeah, that would definitely get on Jeff's go right there. So let's see. But yeah, that's why I got mine. Let's see, Aaron. All right. So any other questions before we wrap this up? All right. So let's make sure you don't complain because they're gonna spit in your food. So it's good to know. Chat. This chat is the most fun. You guys are great. We can again next week. Dave will be back. We'll still be on StreamYard, but it'll be Dave back at 6 o'clock. We're starting the football talk as well, making our picks, but making our picks in a fun way. You don't have to know about sports to have fun with sports with us. You just pick by the logo like we used to. So, thank you guys. You guys are the best. Um, oh, Aunt Judy. So don't forget, October 2024, we're all going to visit Catalina in Chile. She's going to take us around. Hopefully, she has a bigger place by then. And she'll teach us how to play guitar if you want. Make sure you bring your own. And yeah, that'll be a good time. Make sure you go to the Comedy Cellar. Open 7 nights a week when you're in New York or in Las Vegas at the Rio. A lot of great shows there. We got comedycellar.com to see what's going on. Make sure you follow Dave and his podcast. Follow me at Mike V. Suarez. And yeah, and next week we will see you again, guys. Thank you again.